Hi, my name is Alex and welcome to the Crochet Circle.
In this part 2 video tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to make the arms, how to make the legs, how to join the legs with the body, how to join the arms with the body, and how to join the lower part to the head that was already done in part 1. So let's begin with first the two arms. I'm gonna start with the magic ring. In that magic ring I'm gonna do 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm gonna close up the magic ring and the arms are actually worked in continuous rounds, so I'm not gonna join this row with a slip stitch and then do a chain 1 and again 6 single crochets. I'm gonna just continue doing single crochets all around. So row number 1, now I have to do 6 single crochets for row number 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm gonna turn it on the right side, so this is it, and I already have 2 rows done. I need 6 more rows of 6 single crochets, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. What I'm actually gonna do is, I have a piece of paper, I've already done 3 rows. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now again just 6 single crochets. 1, 2. How I'm doing it, as you can see, I'm flattening the arm and then I can get a nice grab of the stitches. So that's 4, 5, 6. 3 more rows to go and the first arm will be done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna cut the starting tail because it's bothering me. So I need 2 more rows of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and the last 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I'm gonna do a slip stitch. Chain 1 and leave about 30 centimeters of yarn. Now I'm gonna pull it through, and the first arm is now done. I will attach this arm to the body, so I'm gonna leave it here. Now for the second arm, again 8 times of 6 single crochets working in continuous rounds. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can close the magic ring up. And now just continuing with the 6 single crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now that's 2 rows done. I'm gonna turn the arm onto the right side. I'm gonna put 2 on my piece of paper, and now I'm gonna continue with 6 single crochets in a round. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And another 6 done. 3 more to go. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And one more row. One, 2. Actually, 1, 2. I joined here something, so I have to undo 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now at the last row, 6 more single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now a slip stitch, chain 1, and just a bit of a tail to sew the arm. So here are my 2 bunny arms done. Now I have to go to the body. The body is actually with the legs made in the same part. So first I have to make the both legs, and then I'm gonna continue with the body on those 2 legs. So again, starting with the magic ring, 6 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, tightening the magic ring up, and joining it with a slip stitch, and I'm gonna pull this slip stitch really tight together. Now row number 2 is actually 6 increases. An increase is just 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and joining it with the first stitch on the slip stitch, Now I need 4 rows of 12 single crochets, where the first row is gonna be just through the back loops because I want the foot to have like a bit of the edge, like here. See, just a bit of the edge. You don't have to do it, but this is how I'm gonna do it in this pattern. So just the back loops, 12 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, and I'm joining it with the slip stitch with the first stitch. Now I need 3 more rows of just 12 single crochets in a round. So ever since my mistake with the T, I keep it far, far, far away from where I'm sitting so that I won't spill it over my desk again. Okay, now I'm gonna continue. I need 2 more rows of 12 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and joining it with the slip stitch that I'm pulling really tight together. And the chain 1 for the new row is always pulled tight together. Even though perhaps I don't say it in every row, there is always this chain 1 that is pulled tight. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now again I'm gonna leave a bit of a end tail. I'm gonna cut the yarn and I'm gonna join invisibly the end to the first stitch. So I'm not going into the first stitch. I'm not going into the first stitch. I'm going into the second stitch. Yeah, pulling it through, because with this stitch I'm actually gonna overlap the first stitch, and then I just go back from where I started and pull the tension right, and that's it. So this is now the first leg done. What I'm actually gonna leave is this end tail. I'm gonna leave it because when I'm gonna be joining the 2 legs together, there will be a really small gap between those 2 legs, and with this end tail I'm just gonna then sew it together and you won't see it at the end. So leg number 1 is done. Now for leg number 2, it's the same as this one, just at the end I'm not gonna cut the yarn. So start with the magic ring, 6 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pulling the magic ring tight, and joining it with the slip stitch. And I'm pulling this slip stitch really tight together. Now the next row is 6 increases, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and joining it with the slip stitch. Now the next 4 rows are actually 12 single crochets, but the first row is worked only in the back loops because I want the edge to be seen. So I already done the chain 1, and now I'm gonna do a single crochet in the back loop only, 12 of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and joining it with the first stitch, pulling the slip stitch really tight together. Now I need to do 3 more rows of just 12 single crochets, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, joining it, pulling it, and doing 12 single crochets in a row. And now this is the 4th of the 12, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And now I'm gonna join it with the first stitch. So now I have both legs, as you can see. Now I have to join them. So how I'm actually gonna join them is I'm gonna do 12 stitches on the first leg, then I'm gonna attach the second leg together and do 12 stitches on the second leg, and then continue in rounds. So first it's gonna be 12 stitches on the first leg, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I'm not gonna join, I'm gonna take my other leg and I'm just gonna continue working on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this one I have to join with the first stitch on the first leg, so joining with the slip stitch and pulling it tight. You see the gap, but there's this yarn that I still have attached there to then close it up. So the next row calls for 24 single crochets, so I'm gonna just do those 24 single crochets and then I'm gonna sew the whole together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and joining it with the first stitch and making a bit larger loop, because now I'm gonna take my yarn with the needle and just sew it together. If you want to know how often do you have to go through, just go as often as you want so that you won't have the gap between the legs anymore. In my opinion is this is way easier to make than if I would be doing the legs separately and then sewing them onto the body. So I don't see a gap anymore. Now I can continue, but before I do, I'm just gonna make a knot here so it won't, so the gap won't come back. Okay. There goes a bit more scrap yarn on my little pile of it. Okay, so as you can see, the legs are now attached to the body. What I have to do is make the body. Well, you can do the body just the increases of 6 up to 30 and then do the size you want, but I want my bunny to have a bit of a belly only on the front side. That's why I'm gonna be doing the increases only on the front side of the bunny. This is the back side. So the next row calls for 8 single crochets, an increase, 2 single crochets, an increase, 2 single crochets, an increase, and 8 single crochets. So don't worry, everything is written here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now an increase, 2 single crochets, an increase, then another increase, 2 single crochets, an increase, and 8 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and joining them. Now the next row is just 28 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that's 28 stitches, and joining them with a slip stitch together. As you can see, on the back side it's flat, in the front there's a little belly. Now in the next row I'm gonna do 10 single crochets, an increase, 6 single crochets, an increase, and then another 10 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now an increase. Now 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, an increase, and another 10 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and joining it with a slip stitch. Now the next 2 rows are just 30 single crochets. Joining it with the slip stitch and pulling the slip stitch really tight together. Now 1 more row of 30 single crochets, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 30. So this was the belly at its widest. Now I'm gonna slowly start with the decreases. Now it's gonna be 10 single crochets, a decrease, 2 single crochets, a decrease, 2 single crochets, a decrease, and 10 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now a decrease. For a decrease, I'm just grabbing just the front loops and making a single crochet out of them. Now 2 single crochets, another decrease, two single crochets, another decrease, and 10 more till the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and joining it together with a slip stitch. Now the next row is gonna be a bit of a decrease again, so it's gonna be 9 single crochets, a decrease, 5 single crochets, a decrease, and 9 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now a decrease, 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, another decrease, and now 9 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and joining it with a slip stitch. There's the belly in the front only for the bunny. Now the next row is just 25 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25, and joining it with a slip stitch. Now I have to go from 25 to 20. How I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna do 3 single crochets and a decrease. So, and I have to repeat that 5 times. 1, 2, 3, and a decrease. That's 1, 2, 3 single crochets and a decrease. 1, 2, 3 single crochets and a decrease. 1, 2, 3 single crochets and a decrease. Again, just remember with the decreases, just the front loops, and another 3 single crochets and a decrease. Joining it together with a slip stitch. Now that I have 20 stitches, I want to go down to 15. How I'm gonna do that, it's gonna be a single crochet, a decrease, and a single crochet. I'm gonna repeat that 5 times. So a single crochet, a decrease, and a single crochet, a single crochet, a decrease, and a single crochet, a single crochet, a decrease, and a single crochet, a single crochet, a decrease, and a single crochet, a single crochet, a decrease, and a single crochet, and joining it together. Now I'm at the last row. The last row is just 15 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, joining it. Actually no, I'm not gonna join it with the slip stitch. I am gonna leave a bit longer tail, so this is about 50 to 60 centimeters. I'm gonna pull it through because this is gonna be actually the tail that I'm gonna attach my head with the body. So not in the first one, in the second one I'm going in and going back to where I started from. And this is the back of the bunny done. Before I continue, or before I start sewing the body to the bunny, first I'm gonna sew to the body the arms. So I have my 2 arms here. 1, 2. Now the easiest way to do it is flatten up down the body, and you will see the edge where the arms should be. First I'm gonna just join the arms together so they're gonna be flat as well, and then just attach them to the body. And just go in and out so that the arm is gonna be secured. Of course, I still have to fill the body up with the filling, but that's gonna be done just before I attach the body to the head. First, the arms. So this arm is attached. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna make a knot so that the arm won't fall off. Okay, so that's a 1 arm done. I can hide the loose end in. Now for the second arm, again, flatten the body down, get the arm, you can definitely use the pins as well and pin it where it should be, but I usually am using only the pins when I'm attaching the head to the body. So this arm should be here. Don't want to poke myself. Now that the arm is actually kind of sewn to the body, I just have to secure it more. and put it in the position that I want. Now that the second arm is in position and it is secured, actually now I'm just gonna go in once more just to really secure it tightly. Now I can also make a knot here, again, so that the arm won't fall off. And that's it. Now I have both of the arms attached to the body. What I have to do now is actually fill the body up. I'm using some fiber fill, but you can use also some rice, for example, if you want. You can also use just cotton pads or whatever comes in handy that you're gonna stuff the body part in. So I'm getting all the filling in the legs as well, because I want the legs to be nice and full as well. And now for the main body. As you can see, the belly in the front of the bunny. Actually, this is gonna be enough. Now, the fun or not so fun part, attaching the body to the head. What I first am gonna do is, okay, first of course I'm gonna get my needle ready. Then I'm gonna go into the middle of the back side. And this middle of the back side is actually gonna be, you see the line where it is visible where I was doing the rows, but this line should align with the back of the bunny. So the front of the bunny and the back of the bunny, the bottom of the bunny and the top of the bunny are aligned. Now you can see I'm gonna be kind of working in this row around, so that's row 6, 12, 18, where I have those 18 stitches. That will be kind of my main row, working, attaching the bunny together. Now you can use pins. secure it with the pins together. So it won't shift that much. So this is, I think, the right position for the head and the body. Now I just have to join them together. How I'm doing that is I'm going in to the head and then right across to the bottom, and joining it there as well together. Here I want to grab the body and the arm together, and now to the head. Now the arm and the body again together. I don't need the pins anymore because I kind of have already the row that I'm sewing together. And once you pull the stitch together, you can actually not see it. Here with the arms it is a bit tougher to go through because the arms are already secured in the body, but it is still doable, so you will find a way. And now I'm already back at the beginning, and now the head is already also secured to the body. If you find any holes anywhere, you can definitely go through your work again just to secure it even more, or to reposition the head if it's a bit wonky on the one side. But to be honest, mine is straight enough. So what I have to do now is, actually no, I am gonna go one more row around just to secure the end in. That's gonna be enough. Now all I have to do is get this out, and I'm kind of just sewing in and out because I want it to be entangled through all the fiber fill that I have. I'm not pulling too much because I don't want any bumps to be made. And that is gonna be it. So this is now the little Easter bunny done. Yes, I know it's a bit long and it was in 2 parts, but as you can see, the bunny is a cutie. It doesn't have a name yet. Perhaps you can make a suggestion. I don't even know if it's a girl or a boy, but I'm gonna think about it later in the day. Yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy both parts of the tutorial. So I actually have 2 bunnies. This one has ears a bit more to the back. This one is that I made in this video series. If you have any comments about the tutorial or about the pattern, please do let me know. But this is how I made it. So I'm gonna say until the next time, happy crafting! Bye!